Yeah, man, it's the 19th of May, 2022. In this video, I want to go over something. Um, One of the ways that gang stalkers make money and kind of the hierarchy and the whole thing with like mind control and how they operate with these live streams. So, um, I have a good example. So, um, I was just kind of doing my thing and I've been dealing with them, okay? And I've been trying to kind of cut back on thinking or at least like really a focused think through like of a thought. If I have a thought, I just let it be a quick thought that passes my mind and try to think lightly. Okay, and it's something that you have to try to get used to because the harder you think or the more you think out something, like if you think out something word for word, all like you're talking to yourself or something, then it mind controls them and they say it. Okay, but the lighter you can think, only the ones like on the headset, and then it'll be more difficult also for them to really be mind controlled so easily. Okay, just like the forced speech that you get, they get that, they want that. So when you think, it's like, especially when you think like if you think my hat is blue, all right, it just you just thought it, right? You looked at it, you saw it, you thought it, okay. But if you think it out, like, his hat is blue, right? Now you'd mind control them. Now they done said it too. His hat is blue. They're mind controlled. So mind control, it works that way. And the whole thing with like gang stalking. So somebody has your neural monitoring, and you have to see it like it is. It's your neurological broadcast frequency has an interface, which is like a profile, like a social media, and you would have all the settings for broadcast and who you're connected to and all of those types of things. And so somebody, if you don't have your neural monitoring, then somebody does, okay? And you must conclude that because they have their own. Otherwise, it will be a free-for-all, and gang stalkers will be attacking gang stalkers and everything else, and nobody would actually have, you would have to be able to get onto your own neural monitoring to choose who you're connected to and all of these things. So they have their own, and they don't let other people onto their neural monitoring, and they're like, no, they could block that off from using settings. They can block other people from having access to their neural monitoring. So if somebody has your neural monitoring, it's the same. They have possession and control over it, just like possession and control over an account, like a profile, like a social media, okay? So they can allow whomever they choose to come onto your neural monitoring. So this is how it works, right? This girl that has my neural monitoring, she probably bought it from somebody long time ago. However, she acquired it, probably bought, okay? It's like a slavery thing. So she buys it from whoever had it back in the day, and then decides to put it on public and let everybody, or what level of public am I on? Like, can people connect to my mind and know what I'm thinking, or can they just see where I'm at, like on a maps, okay? And or can they watch me? And there's levels of that, and what are the settings, and which settings are going to be on public, just like a social media, okay? I'm gonna post this or whatever, or my location or whatever, and it's gonna be public, and except for this, like very advanced, follow you around, inch for inch. This system, this satellite broadcast system. So it just depends. Does she want to put it on public and let 1,000 people anywhere around that has neural monitoring be able to track me and be involved with gang stalking? Hence that creates street theater. Okay, if you're not on public, then you won't have street theater, because they're regular gang stalkers in the public areas won't be able to know where you're at and see you on neural monitoring as somebody that's in the location, in the general area around wherever they're located, to be able to target people. So then you have people that are able to connect. Okay, so she might let different people connect to me neurologically through broadcast to receive my neurological processes, including thoughts and everything my brain is processing, which is also what I see. Okay, it's what my brain processes, what I see, and then that can be read from this satellite broadcast system, and then that can be broadcast to another person, just like you're receiving them. okay? And you get visions and forced speech and visions and thoughts in your head that ain't yours. That's them most of the time. That's what that is, okay? You're receiving other people, and it gets easier, but it's not easy without the equipment and without the settings, without the mind control headset, and without control of the settings and access to see on the interface. It can be confusing, but it does get a little easier to decipher what's your thoughts and what's theirs, what they're thinking. And it gets, I'm getting a lot better at it, okay? But I've been doing this for a long time. And the more they talk to you, the more they'll give away if you conclude things by default by what they say. You can't necessarily believe what they say, but you can come to default conclusions by things that they say sometimes, okay? But so here's the pyramid scheme, right? She's got my neural monitoring, this person that has possession and control over, that bought my neural monitoring, has control over it. Okay, so she might allow, and right now, four grown men have a full-blown access. Okay, so it's very likely that they have a deal. Okay, that they pay for those spots, or that they have a deal with some kind of arrangement where the money that they make gets split. Okay, so she's selling these 4 guys a position as full-time gang stalkers. So they all do live streams, EMF broadcast live streams of my life of remote neural monitoring, and narrate what I'm thinking, and just the play-by-play. They attack me all the time. And see, I was just doing my thing, right? And suddenly all 4 of them just started to get real mean, right? They all had this super nasty attitude, and they started attacking my heart with broadcast, and now they're back into my neck with broadcast. And here's what happened. Somebody else came on with them. Now, did they sell somebody a time slot? It's like a pyramid scheme. She sells these 4 guys full-time slots, and then they have other people that pay them to be able to come on and do a live stream. And then when people come on, some people might pay them to come on mind control with them, to mind control them to attack me, like mind control their broadcast. Okay, so you're mind controlling them, but it's mind controlling their broadcast. So they're all on mind control together. Now they're letting people come on with them to do their live streams, or to mind control them to attack, to have a buffer in between the person who's committing torture and genocide and all of this stuff. So, and these guys have been on my channel for a decade, torturing me with broadcasts. So, somebody that doesn't want to really be involved with that can get on with them, and then have their broadcast, because they'll get mind controlled, and they like to be mind controlled with their broadcast, to be mind controlled. And they're laying there like a sleeping body on mind control. They're laying there like a sleeping body a lot of times, and they get very much incoherent and unreasonable the longer they're on mind control, and the more out of it their human body is. So you see how the pyramid scheme works. So she sells these 4 guys a full-time position. Now I got these guys on mind control full-time, attacking me all the time. And then each of them has people that they let come on, and they make money this way. Okay, somebody wants to come on and do a live stream, and I'm popular with this. All right, I've had hundreds of people that I've had to deal with neural monitoring and all kinds of stuff that's happened over the course of many, many years. And I'm very public, and I have, some exciting stuff going on sometimes. But just being that guy, okay, that's came out with all of this stuff on YouTube, and that knows so much about it. And there's a lot of gang stalkers that just want to hurt me because I won't shut up. And there's a lot of people that know they can get an audience because, my name is big in the neural monitoring world and stuff like that. So she sells these guys a full-time position, and then they sit there and sell live stream time positions all day long. And they make money this way, okay? And so you have a criminal organization that continuously makes money. It's racketeering, really, is what it is. It's really racketeering and terrorism. All right, and they're operating like an organized crime gang. All right, so RICO Act and racketeering is exactly what we should be going after with these gang stalkers and all of the types of internet crimes and computer crimes under like Computer System Protection Acts. Any laws like that can lead into what they're actually doing, and they don't have jobs and they do make money, and it's off of us. It's off of us, and they use our networks, they use our devices, they host virtual machines on our devices so they can administrate and control everything. They want to have a buffer in between you and the world. Okay, so they'll run your whole network as a secondary network through their local host, so anything that's coming to you or from you gets through them on the way. Okay, to make sure that you don't get anything to do with neural monitoring, you don't get something you ain't supposed to get. So somebody wants to help you and send you, hey, I'm going to send you something about neural monitoring. It's going to help you because I don't agree with what they're doing to you, right? So, and it comes through them. And they have an administrative buffer in between you and the outside and anybody else. Okay, because they have a virtual machine on your phone that acts as, it's hosted on your phone, and it acts as an administrative authority over, you're just a user. Same with your computer, your networks, and it's very likely they got all of your stuff running through their local network, their local host network, and it is very likely that whoever the main gang stalkers are that have control over your situation are very close in like distance wise. Okay, the main people on your channel are going to be some hot shot gang stalkers that live within a quarter mile of you, most likely. Okay, that's the real reality of it, and a lot of times it's going to result back to somebody that you know, or that knows somebody involved with your life that actually has possession and control over your neural monitoring. So anyway, they're attacking my heart and my neck, a lot of violent, horrible stuff. So I really wanted to say all of that and get that out there. Hope it helps you guys understand kind of how this thing really works. And it's not a program. It's basically an underground black market of slavery, selling neural monitors of people. It's slavery. It's human trafficking and slavery on an underground market for anybody that already has neural monitoring, that wants to buy, sell, or trade other people's neural monitorings, like human trafficking and slavery. And that's what we're dealing with. And then they operate like organized crime, like organized criminal gangs, and racketeering and stuff under the RICO Act would be the way to go about shutting down gang stalking for real.